Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Thinking Spot Colony. We are picking up from right where we left off last time. We have just obtained a research bench and a stove, so we can now cook meals much faster, and we're much less likely to get sick. And now that we've unlocked the ability to sow crops, I've placed 2 zones for growing. First one over here is for rice, which will get us some crops immediately. And then I've placed a larger, more primary source of nutrition in the form of a potato growing zone. We won't be able to plant anything yet, but we can still have McDonald clear out all the trees. And our first event of this video is a raid. However, it's just a single tribesperson named Blue holding a short bow. We did it. And now, to make everyone's quality of life just a little bit nicer, everyone is going to get an end table next to their bed, just to improve the quality of their bedrooms. Oh yeah, and we can also get rid of the butcher spot because we got a butcher table last time. And because we have a little bit extra wood from all the trees we're going to be cutting, I'm also going to give everyone a dresser. And you can see that when you have an end table and a dresser in a room, it's considered dull and not awful, which means they don't get a bad mood for sleeping in it. And we figured out how to make basic traps, thanks to Samantha. We're going to research basic cover so we can construct barricades. I'm also going to give everyone an urn in their bedroom, because it's not fair if McDonald is the only one who gets an urn. Okay, another thing that we're going to do is, now that we have complex furniture researched, we can make all of these storage options, and I'm not going to use McDonald's room as a food stockpile anymore. And we figured out how to make basic cover. So now we've got pretty much all the basic research things we're really going to need. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to research roads, because once you research roads, you can then research stone cutting, and that's very important. Because McDonald is our main doctor, I am going to put a medicine cabinet in her room, just for storing medicine. And in this medicine cabinet, we can put all our medicine. Perfect. And as you can see, McDonald's bedroom is a lot nicer now. And we're getting another raid from tribespeople. This time we have 2 people. Neither of them are particularly good at fighting. They're gonna prepare for a while, but I think we should just go shoot them. Alright, while McDonald and Samantha shoot at Cambiar, I'm gonna have Ali run around and stab him. Well, that didn't actually work out as well as I was hoping. We did it. And we figured out how to make roads, which means now we can research stone cutting. And that unlocks a lot of things. Ali got kind of badly roughed up. She got her eye cut out. And now we have a door here, so we can conveniently go in and out of here to get our food. And as you can see, it's gotten up to 65 degrees out, so we can actually start planting things. We're going to sow some rice plants here. And we figured out how to research stone cutting. And so our next step from there, I'm going to research primitive clothing. Okay, and now that we've got some berries going, we can cook ourselves some meals, which are slightly more efficient than cooking pemmican, because when you cook pemmican, a small amount of resources are wasted. And Ali is going to go on a food binge, because she's jealous of McDonald's bedroom, but I don't think we're gonna allow that. There we go. She can't binge on food if she's trapped. We'll let her out when she's done being in a bad mood. And as the sun rises, we figure out how to make primitive clothing. We're almost done with researching primitive technologies for the most part. The only thing I really need at this point is I want to be able to make a tailor bench. I still have no idea why the Empire is, for some reason, permanently hostile. I tried using dev mode to make the Empire not hostile, and it didn't do anything, so I think they're just stuck being our enemies. And now we have potatoes and rice, and we're even gonna get some cotton. We just figured out how to make tailoring benches as well. So now, we have most of what we want from here. We might come back to research smoke leaf or something, but now, I'm going to go research complex clothing. And now that we have this stonecutter's table set up, I'm going to set a build to make limestone blocks, and we're going to do it. We're going to make limestone blocks 10 times. And you can see we're starting to get actual stone, nice stone tile floors for people's bedrooms. And now we're being raided by a group of outlanders. Although when they say group, it's actually just one person carrying a knife. They are attacking immediately. We must get up and defend. And one thing I would like to get in the future is a barricade right here. But until then, we can just defend from the middle of our yard. And they were defeated. We shot them right through the heart. And now McDonald has a decent bedroom because we made her have stone tiles. And we didn't plant very much, but we are getting our first harvest of rice. And we just got a solar flare, which does nothing, but at the same time, we got forced weather for pay. There will be a rainy thunderstorm for 17 days, and in exchange, we can get a power claw and a broad shield pack. I think that's totally reasonable, because those are both pretty good. So now, it's begun to become a rainy thunderstorm, and we got our broad shield pack and our power claw. Now I'm going to have Samantha put on the broad shield pack. And Ali is leaving now. Goodbye, Ali. We'll see you next time. We might not see Ali again, actually. We'll see. She might give us a gift sometime in the future. That being said, we have finished complex clothing. So the next thing we're going to research will be smithing. And now that Ali doesn't live here anymore, this can be a guest room. And in an interesting turn of events, a Thrumbo has become tame, and it is now designated Thrumbo 1. This is just going to be a sad story, just like Benjamin, because Thrumbo 1, nobody can train Thrumbo 1, so Thrumbo 1's eventually going to return to the wild. But in the meantime, we'll name Thrumbo 1 George, because he looks like his name would be George. Welcome to the colony, George. I'm gonna make an allowed area for George. He just ate one of our meals, and he can eat the grass and the trees. So, George is gonna stay outside. And Samantha has figured out how to make a smithy. And the next thing we are gonna research, it's been coming for a while. Let's just scroll over and research electricity. Go, Samantha, go. Okay, and we finished building this clothing rack, so we can put all this clothing we have onto the rack. That will clear up a lot of space in this room for other things. Okay, we've got our first visitors, a group from Daora. You can see there are 3 of them, and we don't have enough beds, so what are we going to do? We'll give them bed rolls to sleep on. Okay, so we also have this quest to take care of a hare for 24 days, and I'm going to do that for the plasteel. Alright, we've got our first big harvest of rice coming in, so that's pretty good. We can make some rice and berry meals. Very tasty. Oh, our guests didn't have a very good stay, I guess. One of them was a brawler with a ranged weapon, though, and I couldn't control that. Alright, and we're going to put some concrete down here just so we don't track dirt into our kitchen. We got more visitors, and late one stormy night, at 4 a.m., Samantha figured out how to make electricity. This is pretty much the most important thing we've done so far, other than maybe making the research table. Because now, we can do all these things. We can do batteries, we can do auto doors, we can do solar panels, we can do geothermal power, we can do colored lights. We can even get a TV, which is crazy. The first thing we're going to do, of course, is do air conditioning, because it gets pretty hot here, and we want to be able to refrigerate our food as well. And everything is starting to come together in full force for our starting with nothing colony. We figured out how to make electrical devices, so now if you go in here, you can see we can make all these things. We can make electrical lights as well, so we don't need to light up our rooms with torches anymore. We've got some visitors. Maybe these people will have a better time here than the other ones. Anyways, If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more videos similar to this, be sure to subscribe, because I post them pretty much every day. Be sure to leave a funny comment or something, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.